Concrete slabs used in house construction are almost always reinforced, and these concrete floor slabs are typically done in two ways, either supported by the ground or suspended above the ground. Where it's supported by the ground, it typically comes in two basic forms, either a raft slab or a floating slab. Now, when it's above the ground being suspended, it'll come in two forms as well, which is either suspended slab cast on permanent fill or a suspended slab cast on formwork, which can be removable or permanent. Adequate formwork, which is this stuff here, is critical when using concrete. Concrete is a very heavy fluid, and it's a disaster when formwork gives way during a pour, so best to keep that in mind. Now, when it comes to slabs on the ground, first up we've got the Raft Slab, which is a slab of reinforced concrete with thickened edges or an edge beam, extending completely underneath the building so as to spread its weight over the entire foundation area. So to give a quick comparison to a different system, if we think of, say, a strip footing distributes weight more localized to where the concrete beam is. Back to the Raft Slab. Now, if it's a split level construction with a raft slab being used, the area should be protected with agricultural drains so that the moisture content of the subslab area is kept as stable as possible. This is particularly important in reactive clay soils. Now, after excavation, the edge beam and any stiffening beam areas should also be excavated to adequate weight-bearing foundation. The area underneath the slab is then filled with fine aggregate or sand, which is then leveled and consolidated. Next up, any drains that need to be placed underneath the floor need to be placed, being particularly careful to get them into their correct locations, because with this, there's no second chance. On top of the sand, a moisture-proof barrier is placed, which is made of specially developed reinforced plastic. These sheets of membrane must be sealed at their joints with special moisture-proof tape, and all the penetrations through the slab, like the sewer pipe, which also need to be sealed to the membrane. The edge of the slab requires special formwork to give it the right shape and form, which allows space for the timber frame, cavity, as well as masonry work. Around the stage, a certifier will come and check the formwork and steel, and if all good, then the concrete can be ordered and poured. Next up is floating slabs, which are a little bit different to a raft slab in that they're generally built without edge beams and within the perimeter of a masonry base wall. In floating slab construction, the floor slab rests directly on a stabilized base, generally of consolidated sand, with the moisture-proof membrane directly underneath the slab. The loads of the building are transmitted to the foundation through the walls, to the strip/beam footings. No loads are transmitted to the slabs other than the weight of the furniture and the occupants. Now onto suspended concrete slabs on fills. This method of constructing concrete slabs has all the simplicity of the floating slab method, but the slab sits on top of the wall base rather than in between them. This slab is reinforced to span the distance between the supports. The filling is generally of poor quality, unconsolidated fill, which will settle away from the underside of the slab with time. However, as the slab is suspended, the result is a simple to construct concrete floor in which all the building loads are transferred to the footings. Suspended concrete slabs on fill are typically only used on ground floor slabs, where the height from the ground to the underside of the slab is 600 mm or less. If the clearance exceeds 600 mm, then removable formwork is typically more economical. Now onto suspended slabs on formwork. Reinforced concrete slabs cast on formwork span between supporting walls, columns, and posts. They're generally used where fire-rated construction is required, or access to the underside of the slab is desirable, as in basement garages or first floors. Specialized steel formwork is a popular method for creating these suspended concrete slabs, not only just to get the form and shape, but they also serve as part of the reinforcement, which leads to greater efficiency and speed of construction. For more information, check out the sources below, and for more videos on the fundamentals, I think you'll love this video just over here.